Everyone, Dr. Brian and
Dr. Brittany.
we're going to be talking today about the cold and flu season.
Yay! Or better known as stress and sugar season.
Ah, yes. That's truly what it is. If you hear the kids in the background, I apologize. It is the stress and sugar season. It's not really a cold and flu season. We're just stressed out eating too much sugar. Okay, so we wanted to jump on and just give you some tips, some things that you can do to help you avoid it. Because right about now, we're going to start getting busy because everybody is tanked out. They're done. You know, they're ready. You know, they're already getting sick. The beginning of the year is going to get crazy because everybody's just so stressed out from all the chemicals they've been eating, from all the emotional stress of being with family, and then
lack of movement.
Yeah.
We aren't at the gym or even just doing activities with the family because there's too much going on.
Yep, and not being here. So, all right, so we're going to give you a couple quick tips. First one, I'm going to talk about this one. It's just water. I know if you've been in and you've seen me, I hound you about this all the time. I always ask, are you drinking water? Look, the fact is, I know it's not 100 degrees outside, so water can be a little difficult. You know, it's not on top of mind. But you need to drink half your body weight in ounces. Chet drinks half his body weight in ounces, like 4 ounces. All right. Tip number 2. Dr. Brittany's going to talk about this. So hit it away, Dr. Brittany.
Hey guys, so one tip that I want to share with you guys is vitamin D. So we do talk about this in the office a little bit, but one thing that I want to touch on is actually a lot of you guys will take vitamin D, but you don't realize that it actually has to have an omega along with it for your body to process it. So let's talk about some numbers really quick, and let's talk about how our body's going to use that to break it down. And then I also want to give you guys some resources for some good quality vitamin D. So again, in order for your body to break down that vitamin D, or not break it down, but use that vitamin D, it has to have a good omega with it. So the Vitamin D Council says to have a healthy amount of vitamin D in your body, just for maintenance, you need 1,000 IUs per 25 pounds of body weight. Okay, so and that's for people who are maintaining where their vitamin D levels should be. I can guarantee that just about everyone is going to be deficient. Yes, we live in Texas, but we're not getting the amount of sunlight that we should, and our body doesn't necessarily process all the sunlight that we get because it depends on even where that earth is and how much of the sun we're actually getting and how much it's penetrating. So 1,000 IUs per 25 pounds of body weight. Okay, so you guys can do that math. I'm not going to figure out that math for you, but figure that up because it's going to be a lot more than what you think. We have people come in and they're like, oh yeah, I'm on like 1,000 IUs or 5,000 IUs, and I can guarantee you probably need to be on way more than 5,000 IUs. Unless you're a little kid. So let's talk about omegas though. So there was a study done and they said that the perfect amount of omegas, which are going to be your EPA and your DHA, so respectively it's going to be 370 micrograms for EPA and about 240 micrograms of DHA per 40 pounds of body weight. Okay? So, again, you want to make sure that you're doing that proper amount side to side because we want to make sure that we're not getting the wrong kind of omegas. But again, if we want that balance in there of the omega-3 and the omega-6, okay? But we have to have that proper balance in order for that vitamin D to process. So what we like to do in the office are, these are some of our favorites. I don't know if you guys can see those. It's going to be bright. We use Innate Choice, and these are the Omega A and D Sufficiency. So these come in capsule form, and the reason I like these are, Chet calls these his popper vitamins. So I give him one of these every day, and he just pops it and sucks out the omega that's in there. They're lemon flavored, and they're phenomenal. These are the cleanest ones that we found on the market. So along with that, so 4 of these soft gels in here has 2,060 IUs, okay, for 4 capsules. So, like for me, I take 6 capsules a day, and so that still doesn't fill up the amount of vitamin D that I need for the day. So in order to top it off, we have these. which are these vitamin D drops, okay? Now, you don't want to just do the vitamin D drops alone because you don't have that omega with it, right? So that's great that we can use this as the combination, but we need this to be able to top off the rest of it. So these are just drops. They're actually in an olive oil base, so it really doesn't have much flavor. The kids both love them. They like run over when we open it to have it, but in this, 2 drops has 1,000 IUs. So again, this combination of them is going to help you guys really, really boost that immunity, because we hear vitamin C all the time for immunity, but vitamin D is actually way more vital for your immune boosting, as well as all of your hormone and reducing stress. So that's where we recommend the Innate Choice. And like I said, these are in the office, but we can also give you guys the info for how to get a hold of them.
All right, awesome. So, water, half your body weight in ounces. Super easy, just no one does it. 2, get some vitamin D. You need good quality vitamin D, not with processed stuff and their gunk in there. Innate Choice is the best. Thirdly, come in and get adjusted, okay? So I want to talk to you about this because what controls everything in the body? The nervous system. And if that nervous system is out of balance, then your immune system tanks. You get stressed more. That's really what happens when we adjust, y'all, okay? So, you know, when your body is locked up, there's a misnomer. We call it a misalignment. What really is happening is the joint is being locked into place. It's sending a signal to the brain that's causing stress. And so when you get adjusted, we're releasing that stress. Sometimes it takes lots of releases to get all that stress out, but that's what we're really doing. We're literally affecting the brain with the adjustment. So water, vitamin D, get adjusted. All right, as a last resort, if you've gone too far, if you let the stress build up, we do have these little symptom relief products. There we go. Products in the office. Okay, so this is, you know, you have the runny nose, you have the flu, cold-like symptoms. We have a kiddo version and an adult version. You know, these are not your first resort. These are your last resort. These are just to kind of help you feel better if you catch it. So we gave you a lot to do and digest, but make sure you get your water, get your vitamin D, get adjusted, and as a last resort, if you're really suffering, we do have something for you as well. All right, please comment, share, like, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.